I'm going to do my 2K slap now.
2K slap.
Please don't mind if I slap my 2K now. Excuse me while I slap my 2K.
Safety.
Take 3, 4.
Take away the pain in my knees is what we need to take. It's been one too many times on some old man's knees right here is what this has been. Do not get the KelTec SUB2000 as your primary rifle. Get it because it's a $400-ish PCC, and then you can do the 2K slap. So other reasons to get the SUB2K are something fun for the range, something that you can fit in a backpack or other strange places, something that takes Glock mags, even says so right there on the side of the gun, something that you can spend more on accessories than the actual gun itself, because then you have something that's actually better than a fidget toy.
All right, now let's take a minute to check out not only the power of the SUB2K, but the difference in power between a pistol length barrel and a rifle length barrel. Here you can see we're getting a little over 300-ish foot-pounds with the pistol. Next up, we've got the rifle. Let's see what the difference is with this.
Definitely more than 200 feet a second faster coming out of the longer barrel, the rifle barrel.
So let's take some of these self-defense rounds and let's try those both out of the pistol and of the SUB2K. First up, we'll shoot some of these cans of expired beef here, and we will see what the difference looks like on some cans of beef.
Think we got it that time. Oh man, look at the can. That is really something. So definitely more of an impact with that longer barrel. So let's check it out on the watermelon next.
Flying watermelon never lies, and you can really see by the way this watermelon is flying that the rifle clearly has more power.
Got my flashlight mounted up here on the front in a way that it actually, at first it looks like it's canted off to the side in an awkward way, rather than why not just put it on the bottom, right? But I'll show you why not in a second. But here, for me, that's the way I hold the rifle, so it's easy access for that on and off button right there. And then when the rifle folds up, it sits right here, just nice and neatly off to the side. Moving on back, I've got my Viridian RFX 44 green dot on here. My eyes really do see green just better in all light conditions, and I've been running the same sight on my sidearm right here. So I've got both of these with the same sight, which I've become a big fan of these closed emitters for many reasons, but it's cool to have the same sight on both because then it's just familiar. When you pull either one up, you can find that sight picture nice and quick and easy that way. I've also, just in case for whatever reason the Viridian doesn't work, thrown a set of these quick pop-up open sights on there that work just perfectly even as you're looking as a look-through with the Viridian there. So the other way I set this up was for some long-range shooting, and I mean, I wanted to test this thing out farther than I had seen anyone else in any of the other reviews do. Ha 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 ha. Nice. Got it first shot. Sub 2K sniper. So I put on my ATN 5-20 on top of this guy, and I took it all the way back to 100 yards. But we're going to get it started with some 50-yard shooting right now, so let's roll that accuracy. Here we go. So a couple of things that I think are maybe not super awesome about the Sub 2K are just, obviously it's generally very plasticky, and even already we've got some play between the front half and the back half when it's locked into position here. So I'm glad that the sight is mounted to the front half because it's just going to stay in line with the bore, but it just makes it feel kind of janky. Speaking of janky, this mag well right here, I mean, I can just easily spread it apart right there like that. So sometimes when you go to load a mag, you push it over and it feels just weird. And these screws are all tight. I've tested all the screws, they're all tight. And the KelTec does use a lot of screws, so there's a lot of checking to be done on that. So, you know, it's a $400 gun. And for a $400 gun, I mean, it really works pretty dang awesomely. And I mean, there's a lot of haters out there on the KelTec, but so far, I mean, as long as I'm not counting on it as my primary rifle and it's sort of just left in the collection for the reasons I listed earlier, I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. There's a reason for it to be there. And I like weird guns. I mean, I just like things that are just weird and interesting. So that's it. Earlier I was running the charging handle just like you might if you were in a stressful situation and my hand slipped off right there and I chanked out a good chunk of my finger right there on this back part of the plastic right there as it came back, just went wham and chunked it off. Bitch. Ow. Just took a huge chunk of my finger out on that thing. Look at that. Man. Oh, I was just getting it set up for this shot and I did exactly what I knew I would do at some point. Got myself pinched right there pretty good by trying to push it down right here, and my little flap of skin slid into that right there and pinched. So the SUB2000, somehow sub stands for ways of pinching yourself, and 2000 is at least the amount of ways you can pinch yourself on this. All right, here we go. Yeah. Only thing that is maybe not so great is the mag release right there. Your empty mag doesn't really fall out, so you really have to pull it out. All right, so I mentioned that the mags won't drop out, but that's only if you're using something besides a good old-fashioned Glock mag like this one right here. So this one, drop out no problem. This guy right here, nope, not so much. The Glocky, it droppy. In summary, I would say that it's actually worked better than I thought it was going to for a $400 gun. I've gone through, gosh, at least 500 rounds because I had just bought a 1,000-round box, and other than, you know, a few little playing sessions with this guy right here, that's all that's left of it. Grip positions that you would be using for tactical reasons. You know, you want to grip it like this so that when you need to tactically quickly get it folded, you're right there. Hell yeah. So, I mean, at least 500 rounds, at least. I'm thinking probably more than that. So, considering, and I haven't cleaned it, all I've done is just shoot the heck out of it and abuse it and slap it. Slap it good. And it's working a lot better than the $400 gun. And, you know, maybe all of this weird sort of stuff might not be your thing. But if it is your thing, and I think there's a lot of good uses for this, other than just fitting it in weird places, you know, getting a 9mm carbine into a very small space in your backpack, or in a small backpack, and being able to go way out into the hills and still have a 9mm rifle with you. That's kind of cool. So I can think of a few more cool things about it, but if you guys thought this video was cool, why don't you smash some of those sponsor links down there for me? Help me do more cool videos like this one for you guys. Support the channel. Or if you don't want to spend any money right now, just hang out with me some more and click one of the other couple of videos up on screen, and I'll see you guys over there.